Hey guys and girls, it's Goats here, and in today's video, I'm just going to be going over how to air dribble and just teaching you sort of what I've learned over the years of me playing Rocket League on how to air dribble and sort of my tips and tricks for you to play Rocket League and sort of to how to air dribble. So let me just plug in, let me plug in my controller, and then first one, if this is only if you use Steam, if you're on PC and use Steam, you can use this, but if you're on PC and use Epic Games, sadly this is not available to you, and if you're on console, this is also not available to you. But workshops will help you, not with air dribbling. Some maps will, I have like this skate park map does help, however, it's the air control you need. So for first, to start with, you do need good air control. So I'll put a few names down in the description of what workshop maps I recommend for you to do for air control, because one of the most important things for air dribbling is air control. If you don't have air control, you're gonna lose control of the ball in your air dribble. And air control is pretty much just how much control you can have over your car when you're in the air. So if you can make it do what you want it to do whilst in the air, then obviously you have good air control. In other words, it can also be described as car control too. So if you're good at your air control, you'll be good at car control, and if you're good at car control, your air dribbles will be good because you'll know how to control your car, you know where to put your car to be able to keep the ball up. And then I've messed up there. But yeah, so that's for PC players who play on Steam. You can go into Steam and then you'll see something called workshops. If you go into workshops, then search up Rocket League, you'll have a whole list of maps that you can use. So the second step that everyone can do is obviously custom training. The most important thing to do is get good at it with custom training, and then you can practice it in game and also in free play. So the custom training map that I use to start is this one. It's by IP Joker. The code will be in the description, but you can also see it there. It's just a free shot one, but it's just really useful. I find it really useful. So you just come off the wall, and then you just edge. Pretty much, it just gives you time to practice your air dribbling. So this map is very useful that I have found, and this is the map that I originally used to practice air dribbles and get good at them. That doesn't show that I'm good, but yeah, just take my word. This is the map that I used to get good at air dribbles, so this is the map that I used to get good at air dribbles, and it did help me a lot to get better at them over time. So if you put, like, I would say if you're only starting out at this game an hour a day into air dribbles, you'll be, in a week, you'll be able to do them. So it's just all about that time and dedication with Rocket League. If you put the time in, you'll get the rewards. Like, I've put about 500 hours. There are people with a lot more hours. There are people with like 3,000, 4,000, maybe some even with 5,000. But I would say I've put about 100 hours into air dribbling, and that's why I can do it now so consistently and everything. So yeah, it's all about the time. A key tip too is to make sure that you're moving. When you hit the ball up the wall, you want to be moving at the same speed as the ball, so that when you leave the ball is as close to your car as it can be, which will mean you can have more control over the ball and your first touch. You don't want your first touch as well to be a boomer. Like, if you look at me, I don't boost up at my first touch so that it stays near my car, because I'll show you an example now. If you're not going at the same speed of the ball, it just gets pinged up, and then it's really hard to like recover from it. If you go at the same speed but your first touch is like really fast, then again, it's really hard to recover from. You can recover from it, but it won't be a good air dribble. So you want to go at the same speed as the ball, and you want your first touch to be soft and light, because then you can turn it into an air dribble successfully and score. My aim with this series is to sort of give you useful tutorials, however, to also keep them short and snappy. How some YouTubers do 10-minute long videos on how to air dribble and everything. I want to try and keep mine below 5 minutes, but cram everything into it. So I've mentioned workshop maps. You want to do as many. I'll put a few names in the description, like I said, about workshop maps. Make sure you check them out. I'm gonna leave a few codes for training packs that I use, and you should use them. And then also just the free play. If you spend half an hour free play just going over everything in the game, just your car control, everything like that, then it'll be sorted. And if you are on console or on the Epic Games Steam, I mean the Epic Games Rocket League, then just fly around the map. Just fly around the map, use an air roll. Not even air roll, just fly around the map to get your car control up. Just like fly either in circles or from one net to the other net to try and get your car control up, because if you don't have workshop, it's not the end of the world. You can still do stuff like the boost pads, like the small pads on the floor. You can go around them. You can substitute in other stuff if you're on console. So do not worry if you're not on PC, because there are substitutes. But yeah, I've mentioned everything that I want to mention in this video. Just I'll quickly run over all the tips that I've mentioned. So workshops, they'll be in the description. Training pack codes, they will also be in the description. Make sure when you go up, how hard you hit the ball up the wall, you need to make sure you go at that pace. So if I hit this ball like that, I know I need to be roughly the same pace of that ball if I want to get the ball sort of near my car ready for an air dribble. So you don't, and then make sure your first touch is soft so that it stays near your car nose so it doesn't fly off. So here, the first touch is soft and then the ball stayed near my car. Air dribbles are useful because it opens a gateway to everything else. You can go from an air dribble to a ceiling air dribble and you'll have your flip from the ceiling. You can go to a air dribble flip reset, which can catch your opponents off guard. So it does help in every day Rocket League. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. It would mean a lot. And then yeah, hope you all learned something in this video. If you did, and if you've made it this far, comment, let's say this video, comment mashed potatoes. If you comment mashed potatoes, I'll heart it and I'll also comment it back. See you.